A wise man once said, opinions are like an anus. Everybody has one. But in my opinion, our shit don't stink. Back to you in the studio, Trevor.
Come on, let's get it. It's your boys at the In My Opinion podcast.
Yeah.
We're back again. It's your boy Melinda the Fourth, aka the girl Sukali, aka the people's champion, aka the Uganda lion. You done know. Don't hate on it. Just get on with your actors, man.
DTM, aka designated driver.
It's not my fault.
It's your boy Uzama.
It's your boy Kofi.
Kofi. It's Big Kofi today. Is it Big Kofi?
Come on. Big Santa.
Yeah, Big Santa with a banter.
Come on. Hey, listen, man, them hate on me because I've got bare actors, but the people name me, bro. It's not my fault.
Who's the people?
The people them name me, bro. I'm the people's champion. You know what it is. What we saying?
Self-proclaimed champion.
I beg, let's move to the point, man.
Self-diagnosed champion.
Yeah, champion.
Self-diagnosed champion. What are you guys saying, though, man? It's good to be back with that man them again.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're back with another episode 20.
What was that crap you just did? Don't do that. It's coming up mad on the ting, bruv. Man's farting from his mouth. Imagine. Childish boy.
It's the moimoi that you just ate.
It's the moimoi. That moimoi and bread.
With the egg in the middle.
Listen, let's just
how's your lot week like, man? Everyone's just a bit. I don't know you, man. I don't know. I don't like Elo's vibe today, man.
It's
bare edgy, like.
There's tension, man.
Yeah, bare tension, like. How's everyone week?
Loosen up, man.
Listen, I'm happy.
Thank God.
My hair's fresh. I had a good week. I'm out here taking bookings. You want to book me? Call out my management. You know what I'm saying?
I won't even lie to you, bro. You sworn in the last minute twice after you just said we shouldn't swear, bro. So
who did?
He's gonna
this
be
one.
beeping that out.
Yeah.
That's
it happens sometimes when you're passionate, you know.
I hear that.
When you're passionate. How about you, my guy?
I'm good, man. Same old.
I ain't nothing exciting. Say something exciting, bro.
There's nothing today, man.
Who you robbed this week? You robbed anyone this week?
Same old.
You stick on anyone this week?
Nah, man.
Ah, cool.
Man, come on set wearing a belly,
Big Santa with a banter. How's your week, my guy? My governor.
How many people you sacked this week? More like
nobody been sacked, fortunately.
Hey,
thank God.
It's just because it wasn't you. It wasn't your power.
This week I was feeling lazy, so I wasn't really preying what they were doing. But no, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, it's been a while as well. I said, we ain't had them on for like what? You ain't been here.
Yeah, couple episodes. Couple episodes.
Yeah, the people miss you, man. The people them. They're like,
where's Big Santa with the banter?
No, I like that guy in the background, like his voice.
Why do you have to make your face like that?
I'm telling you, that's what they said to me.
Mad, bro. Do they do their face like that?
Yeah.
Don't make me expose you.
Stop it.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Let's just get into it, man. Let's get straight into the topic this week. It is self-love versus selfishness in friendships. Yes, sir. You know, a lot of men are very selfish. A lot of men are very selfish. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how do you strike the right balance? You know what I'm saying?
Because I do think you got to be selfish sometimes.
Because I see a lot of tweets floating around. You know, obviously I'm Mr. Twitter for the podcast, searching for topics. And I saw a tweet talking about, let's, you know, this saying is going around crazy. Let's normalize. Every day we're normalizing something new.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So the other day it was let's normalize.
Normalization, man.
Let's normalize not having to respond to people's calls and messages because you're taking your own time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be a thing that, because I didn't get back to your message today, that you're now going to come and hound me down. And apparently that is self-love. But then someone else, why are you pointing at me, bro?
Oh, you're not guilty of this?
Can I land?
Okay, sorry.
Because this isn't personal
I didn't say nothing. I was just doing this.
That's why you found the tweet.
Yeah, you know what's bad? I wasn't saying that. I'm just doing this.
This time I'm probably the one that wrote the tweet, but so they're trying to say let's normalize accepting that people won't always get back to you in your own time. But is that being selfish, or is that loving yourself?
It's not selfish. It's just one of those things where that should tell you the kind of relationship you have with that person. It's as simple as that. Do you know what I'm saying? I do that.
That's interesting.
Best believe, if it's someone that's important to me, you get a call back same day. But if I don't call you same day, just know it's not like that. Simple as that. People are trying to pretend.
Is it?
That's the rawness, like. Because think about it.
Do you usually move that way because that person?
No, it's just you're just not
done that
as
to you as well.
important to me. That's it.
Oh, okay.
And it can also be something that someone does as well.
They've done it to you.
So you got to give them the same treatment.
Does that make you selfish, or
it's not selfish?
self-love?
It's just bruv. Like, a lot of people tend to think like the way they think they're friends with someone, it's not that. I don't
Like
know
the
if I'm making a
relationship-
point.
yeah, the
Like
relationship.
now, there's certain people that will call my phone. You get a phone call same day. It's on my mind, and there's something. You know what? I'll holler you back same time.
When you're ready.
When I'm ready. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So that's just
So I
what
kinda
it is.
guess
And people
maybe
shouldn't take it personal.
To make a bit more sense, like what you're kind of trying to say, just to add to that, is almost like, so you're saying be mindful of how you divvy your attention, basically.
Yeah.
So like, so in terms of like,
people,
if it's know that certain people in your life that you know, like you have certain level of respect.
they get a call back.
They get a
And
call back,
if the same treatment for me, then that's understandable.
Understandable.
I just know how to move.
Okay.
Simple as.
I can't lie. Everyone gets the same treatment, man.
Everyone.
Is it? Everyone.
Okay.
So you ain't got no one in your life that you're
my
like,
friends of
this
10
person.
years. My friends of 10 years can still hold the Aaron 100. If I'm in my zone and I'm doing my thing, I might not call you back till like the day after or maybe 2 days.
Okay.
But I'm doing my thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Irrespective.
So that's self-love or is it
That's
selfishness?
yeah. I think it's self-love.
What makes it self-love?
But I think you got to be careful though.
Yeah.
With what you determine as self-love. And
That's what
you
I'm
say
trying to
is
understand
selfish.
because I don't really get it.
For me, self-love is just looking after your own well-being. I put it as simple as that in it. So, like I said, if I'm doing my thing, let's say I'm working on something for myself, and I see certain calls or messages or engaging in certain things as a distraction, I'm going to leave until I'm done doing what's for me in it because my development and my growth is paramount at that time. Do you see what I'm saying? So no one's going to get in the way of that at that moment in time. So I'm going to make sure I pattern myself before I go back to the world. And
I hear that, but that
engaging
sounds a
in
bit
things.
like selfishness to me still. That's not even
How?
self-love, bro.
How
You see what it is, yeah? What I think there's different type of people in it. There's people that, you know what? Let me pattern myself before I can think of someone else, yeah? That's cool. And there's people that divvy their attention in it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give myself 50% of patterning myself, and I'm going to give myself maybe another 30% of being there for someone else, and another maybe 20% for my family, innit? You see what I'm saying to you? So you've divvied yourself, innit? Do you get my point? So what then happens is, when you run into a situation that's peak, that whole togetherness comes in it. Do you know what I'm saying to you? But when you got the kind of mindset that you're saying, that means when you get into certain situations, don't expect no one to be there for you.
I don't agree.
It's as simple as that.
My friends know who I am. Do you see what I'm saying? So, end of the day,
that's up to you.
I'll give an example. Yeah, let's say for example, Marvin shouts me, and I don't holler at him for 2 days.
Yeah.
When I holler him after 2 days, he's gonna be like, "Oh, what you been on?" I'll explain myself. So I would expect my friends to want my betterment for myself. Do you understand? So I don't expect it to be a thing amongst us where now he's like, "Oh, because you did that." Right, if something pops up, man's not going to be there for you because end of the day, we're all trying to get somewhere in life, innit? You get it at various paces. So if I'm doing something for me, I'd expect my friends and loved ones around me to understand that. So there's going to be times in life where I might go missing for a few days or I'm not going to be as available, but it's all part of the journey. Do you know what I'm saying? There'll be other times as well where I might not be as engaged in something and I'm going to be mad available and I'm be on the phone all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? But it swings and roundabouts. I can't always be consistent. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be times in life that's more stressful than other times. You see what I'm saying? So,
So at what point does self-love at the detriment of others become selfish?
when it starts to negatively impact people around you and you're aware and you continue to do it.
Okay, because I'm just thinking like, if I call you, I might actually need you. Do you know what I mean?
That's
There you go.
That's what I was gonna say.
And
There you
But
go.
then I'd
you're
expect you to message me.
Okay.
After what? If I couldn't get a hold of you.
Yeah.
And be like, yo, I need to talk to
I'll give you an
like
example,
this.
Shout out the Honourable Bramble Baxter, yeah.
Honourable.
I hit her up yesterday. Yeah, she didn't answer. Then to this morning, I ain't heard from her still. You see what I'm saying? So I sit up, I say, yo, like, you don't really go missing like this. Like, is everything all right? Do you know what I mean? At that juncture, she can reply and say, yeah, I'm going through whatever. I'll hit you back. You see what I'm saying? If that happens, let's say I'm in my zone and someone says, yo, mad thing has happened. Cool, yeah. I'm going to be there. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm not going
Okay, I see the way you've done that. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because I was going to say, because sometimes just being careful in terms of like that can easily slip into having that sort of friction with your friends and that. Because like, if I'm really going through something right now and I'm like, oh, let me call this one person that I know will usually have the answers for things or whatever it is, and then, you know, you can't get a hold of them.
Yeah.
And then like, they don't hit you back for like 2-3 days.
It's a bit mad.
And you've had to then now go through certain other avenues. So, you know, it starts to build that, oh, you wasn't there when I needed you kind of thing.
I get
But
it.
again, like what you're saying, what you just said now, I think it's like a good...
I think it's a good balance, isn't
It's
it?
a good balance,
like, message me. 'cause-
Exactly. Message me, then at least I can... Oh, it's really important. Maybe I should...
Because sometimes people just call you for just general
For just
chit chat.
general chit-chat, yeah.
You might not be ready to
That's true.
just have that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's true.
So I think we should actually go around.
So
and
that's
actually
self-love, I
Talk
guess.
about what self-love means to us. And
Okay.
I'll start off. I'm not really pertinent to conversations about self-love because I've never really thought about what self-love means.
But that's what I was gonna ask you.
So when I think of self-love, I think of what, like taking care of myself, making sure my hair's done.
My clothes.
Why not your hair?
How'd I know? That was the first thing he was gonna mention. His hair, fam.
Because it's the most expensive thing I've got going on right now.
Yeah.
Do you know how much it costs to get my hair done, bro? I've got to pay
Sounding
the
like
head.
a girl right now, you know.
Brother, it's the realness right now. Man's got to pay the girl that washes my hair, the girl that does my hair, the barber that then cuts my hair. You know what I'm saying? It's a very big bill.
You're a money man, bro.
Bro, my side, you know, man's got little sides underneath.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
certain man,
Your barber is questionable right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
certain man are out there right now. Look at it, like look at this nonsense.
Bro.
Certain man don't know where the dinner's coming from today. Your man's oh my God, do
Brother,
my hair.
listen, life, everything's relative, innit? My struggles are different to their struggles, but that's to me self-love. It's taking care of
Yeah,
myself.
that's the one, really.
The man don't pat my hair.
He's one of them man. He's one of them man. Patting his head on that.
Bro.
Getting the comb out. He gets the comb out and puts the comb in the hair and that.
Man don't have dandruff. Man don't pat my hair, bro. But
Bad
nah.
beef from Kilburn.
Why you holding that?
from Killy,
On our way to Paddington.
Moza.
Listen, yeah. The point I'm trying to make is, to me, self-love is just taking care of myself. That's
The kind of cream you use,
exactly. You know,
the toothpaste you use.
the oud I buy. You know the oud I buy. And that's what self-love is to me, bro. It's just taking care of myself.
Dope.
What about you?
But same thing, man. That's what I think is.
Your
It's
hair.
pretty self-explanatory. I know, right? Yeah. Avoid not me. No. Me. It's my beard. My beard.
Your beard.
All right.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory, and that's literally putting yourself first, making sure you're like you want to put yourself in the best position to win in life, and also like health-wise, taking care of your health, all of that. Just understanding that you cannot come here and kill yourself for others. Just knowing that.
But the
and that-
man them got CMOS to back that.
I
I want to take his CMOS.
need to start taking that CMOS, you know.
Well, you know about that.
Bro,
Nah, I'm
it
about
gets-
that life. That's how I've been
obviously,
taken.
I've seen Herbie Box and them man there.
That's the
but I
way,
need to start.
man.
I need
I
to
tell
start
you, man.
taking
Link up with Paul Leon, my
Yeah,
guy.
I need to start
Shout out
taking
to
a
my
look at
guy,
CMOS.
Paulie.
No, but CMOS has got the
Come
answer
on.
for everything, man. Stress,
on.
headache, back
Headache,
pain,
all of
lower
that.
back
Even for your
pain,
skin, even
Yeah.
for your
bank
skin.
account.
No, even the gel thing you
The
can
gel.
do upon your skin as well. It's good for like, come on, my guy.
No, I'm gonna start taking that.
Yeah. So yeah, health is wealth, all of that stuff. So yeah, just important, like looking after yourself really and putting yourself for. I think your mental state and not letting somebody else be in control of that. You try as much as possible. You don't let no one else trick you out of your position or put you in a position where
Facts.
you're mentally stressing out and all of
I
that
think that's
stuff.
the main one.
And I,
Don't
yeah,
let
and
no
I-
one trick you out
especially-
your position.
Yeah, and it's very key. And I think that's what it is.
Because, like,
And-
sorry, we're gonna get to you two in a minute, but I've seen obviously the rise of Clubhouse, and I've seen how it's really drawn people out of their character
Toxic, isn't it?
because people are drawing them out on Clubhouse, and now they're
100.
acting badder than bad. But these times, you know that those same people wouldn't act like that,
Like that
if they were
normally.
on roads.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So you're right. It's about, bro, keeping your mental clear, and that's why I see me like I filter that Clubhouse stuff, man, because it can get very toxic.
Clubhouse is toxic, bro.
It can get very toxic.
Very toxic, bro.
But yeah, what does self-love mean to you, Uzi?
To me, I don't know. I think it's the same thing you're saying. Just taking care of myself, innit? That's it.
What are some of the ways in which you do that?
Making sure you're healthy, making sure you're eating right.
That's what I'm trying to say. What are some of the? I want you to specifics, like
On what
when
I
you-
do.
yeah, eating like what? When you say
What do you
okay,
eat?
eating right, yeah. What are some of your eating right? What are
I
some
don't
of your
really
diet?
eat right, but I eat like.
What are some of your diet?
So you don't love yourself.
Honestly, on a day-to-day morning, man will have a little
Breakfast.
Weetabix and whatever. You get me
Weetabix,
high
yeah.
in fiber.
Yeah, with some banana.
High fibri, you know.
High
The fibri.
Fibri.
Come on.
Okay.
Open up there.
Yeah. How
Remember, you got to
Open up the gut.
But for me, remember, first thing I do when I wake up in the morning here, I have to drink water.
Come on.
Lovely.
Open up the bowels.
Every
Hot or
hour.
cold, hot or cold, hot or cold.
Room
No,
temperature.
no, room temperature.
Calm.
Warm.
Yeah,
Room
okay,
temperature.
warm, yeah,
Open up
room
the
temperature.
bowels.
Question
Yeah.
still.
Trick,
Have
I
my
know, of course.
Weetabix with
Banana.
almond milk.
Almond milk.
Yeah.
With a bit of honey.
Honey,
You know?
all right. This guy's always.
Just a drizzle. That's a little bit.
I like it.
I
like it.
Obviously, throughout the day, man would just drink water, and then when I get home, I try to eat early. You know what I'm saying? But I won't lie. At night, I eat rubbish. But yeah, just once. A
But
day.
you're trying. You're
He
trying.
loves himself in the
Football.
morning.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, morning is very
do
important. for me,
football
innit?
as well?
Football.
Yeah.
Keep fit.
What else?
That's dope.
Yeah, that's it, really.
No, I like that. No, I mean,
just
that's
making
it.
sure you're
That's it.
alright.
That's it. Yeah.
You know,
what I mean?
you know, in Luganda we called playing football is bedroom activities.
You're cancelled, by the way.
Bedroom activity.
You're the team
Bedroom
£5.
It doesn't happen. I don't kick no football.
They're called what bedroom activity? Oh,
Bedroom
How?
activity is called playing football.
I'm trying to understand.
You score, innit?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a goal.
It's a go.
Nudge you.
I get that.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
They're hanging.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
that's
Big
decent.
Santa with the banter.
Huh?
Big Santa with a banter.
I'm gonna say bedroom activities. What is your
Every
self
time
love?
off camera you're cool, and then when the camera's on, you start moving like a madman. Carry on.
How do you
Go
show
on.
yourself self love?
Self love.
Or what does it mean
I
to
know.
you? Sorry.
I can't wait to hear this. I want a proper breakdown. I don't want
Honestly,
this.
this is your topic.
Hesitation.
So what
Yes.
you man said, didn't it? Nah, B, break it down.
You see the pressure.
Yeah, come on.
No, for me, self love is a journey.
Come on.
I feel for me, it's various things, man. It's like you guys mentioned, the way you look after yourself, the things you eat, the things you do to keep mentally stable and stuff. But I think paramount issue is self love is like sticking to your morals and principles, like regardless. And I feel like in the world now, like Marvin mentioned, things like Clubhouse and that, people are getting chipped out their position daily, getting drawn out into conversations they don't need to be part of. People
Honestly.
go places they don't need to go. People buy things they don't need to buy. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it's all among. Like I feel like I said, it's a journey, innit? And as you go through the journey, for me personally anyway, like I used to be a certain way. And as I've like got more in touch with myself as a person, there's things I can drop out, and irrespective of what people say to me, I'm just like, yeah, but this is me, and just have to accept me for who I am. If not, to the left, essentially.
That's dope.
Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah.
But you see, like I get one point. Yeah, who do you think, like in terms of you see, like tricking you out of your position? Yeah, do you feel like the world is more like toxic, or is your like environment? Because I'll give you an example. Obviously,
It's both.
when the Made You Think came out last or this week, yeah, I got back from football. I went on it once, yeah, and obviously the comments that was there was a bit mad. I'm seeing knobhead, this, that, I hope you ain't got no kids, this and that, yeah. But I was like, you know what? Like, I almost felt a type of way. But I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother with these lot, yeah. I only left one comment, and the only comment I left was, before you lot jump into whatever, go and watch the full episode, innit?
Yeah.
And that was it. I left it as that.
That's smart. Yeah,
And I ain't
that's
been
it.
back.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying to you? Because, like, I feel like it's worse when you're trying to do something and, like, you're in the public eyes, innit?
Yeah.
It's easier.
It's
And I feel
harder.
like a lot of people don't understand, like, what they're getting into when
Yeah.
they're like, yo, I want to be out there. It's mad. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was just a little
Yeah.
glimpse
Of, like, yeah.
of what it's like.
But I
was
mean,
like,
like touching on Daz's point, yeah, and to a bit to yours as well. I think it's very important to, when you master like self-love and stuff like that, right? It filters out a lot of all of that toxicity or whatever you want to call it. My English is terrible, but yeah. So when you know within yourself what makes you happy and you are comfortable in your own skin, then
no point.
all of that. There's I'm saying to you, but it's always, a lot of people always get tricked out of their position because they allow for that to happen. A lot of people, and then like, going back to a lot of the point you was making, which I think is so key, is like, people, we have a generation that haven't found themselves, and because of that, they're able to. There's room for them to get dragged left, right, and center, for you to chase. Oh, you're like buying things that you shouldn't even be buying. Like, did it because you want to fit in. You know, you're doing certain things that's out of your principles or your morals that you shouldn't really be doing just to fit in. And they haven't. They're not. You don't know who you are.
They don't know who they are.
There you go.
So they're easily
all of that
impressionable.
Impressionable, exactly. And that's what, to that point, which is why I feel like self-love is so key. You need
Know
to
who you
spend
are.
time, know who you are, find yourself.
It's hard though, man.
Of course, it's hard.
because if you
It's
like,
not easy.
I always look at Insta, yeah, and like me and my bedroom was having a conversation the other day, and we were saying that like you can scroll through Instagram and see 100 girls that all look aesthetically the same.
The same,
Because and then you can flip it and look at guys, and it's like every guy's wearing the same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like literally people are just becoming clones of each other because that's what's socially acceptable. Do you see what I'm saying?
100.
But I feel like not enough people have taken a step back to be like, right, like what do I actually
There
like
you
to
go.
wear? What do
There
I
you
like
go.
to wear?
There you
Because
go.
literally,
Because-
like,
go on, bro. No, go on.
no, just on that point, you're right. a lot of guys, when I'm on Insta now, and like, man's not a hater. Like we are all able to cop whatever we like, but you see, I'm seeing essentials so much. Do you know what I mean?
Out.
And I genuinely liked it when I first saw the tracksuit, but now it's like I can't wear it. And then when
I would have never bought it.
when Everlast bought their tracksuit,
I wanted to go and buy the Everlast
I said, you know what? I actually rather buy the Everlast
I wanted
one.
to go and buy that one.
You know what
I
I mean?
swear to you.
And it goes to your point. It's like when you don't know what you like, you just go for what you think is popular. Do you know what I mean? Just go for what you think. Okay, if I wear this Essentials tracksuit, I'm gonna get love. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what it is, yeah? That's one thing, but I think the sort of people you hang around with, yeah, is part of it. Do you know what I'm saying to you, yeah? Because obviously the batch we hang around here, you don't need to wear nothing for anyone to accept you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying to you? Whether it's Nike or Fubu or whatever.
Or Orange.
So you're saying people to know the kind of crowd
but I feel like man are around batches that, you know what, this is what they're about.
Bare pressure, yeah.
And if that's what your batch is about, then you either, if you
Conform
you
or
can't
get
beat them,
left.
you join them, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's either you're going to do that or you're going to find your own, which makes it hard. So I think your environment is very important, innit? You know what I'm saying?
No, it does play a part into it, but going back to like what, like I feel like taking a step back, like we don't do that enough, bruv. Man, them don't spend enough time alone to
Self-reflecting.
actually
100,
reflect on
that part.
yourself.
That one is
and I think
spending
that's
time
what
alone,
it is.
100.
Like, yes, obviously, with the circle you have, the friends you have, all of that, they will always rub off on you. I mean, that's what it is. You learn off of that's always going to happen. However, when you know yourself and you know what you like, you know what makes you tick, you know all there's only so much people can, you know, conform
100.
that. Do you know what I mean? There's only so much, but you would know how to assert yourself in certain situations. You would know how to be the one to
100.
That's how trendsetters are created.
Exactly. Because
They're not following no crowd. They started their own thing and everybody's following.
look how much
because
you
they
man
found
bully me
themselves.
for being Ugandan, talking
Oh
about
my
Uganda,
gosh.
but I will continue
gone
to the
left
death
again.
of
He's
me
gone left.
because I know
What's that?
who
What
I am.
Violence, yeah. Bring the violence. Get
I know who I am. I know who I am, and God, what God says I am.
That's what I'm saying. But you see what I'm saying? No, but it don't matter how much we chastise you for whatever.
You stick to it.
Yeah.
But not even that. It even does it. Come back and spin it and do it better. And they're like, okay, how about this on you lot? And then that's what it is.
But I think that's the point you was making
Yeah, that's
about
a good
obviously
point.
being comfortable in your own skin, innit?
Yeah.
In terms of, if all of you are going left, me, I want to go right.
And I will go
and
there.
You have to go right. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying to you? I think that's very important, innit? You know what I'm saying?
And I just want to come back to your point because I feel like we jumped over it. It's a great
Sorry, yeah,
point.
no,
Obviously, when we were posted on Made You Think, the comments were very toxic
Brother.
towards Uzoma. Do you know what I mean?
And they had me on a headlock.
I won't even like someone called me, fam. I was like, cuz your boy is getting.
Your boy,
I said, swear.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I see there's someone like, dig a hole and just
Yeah,
drop
someone
him in
said,
there.
I'll just dig on and just drop him in there.
They buried man on the Instagram.
They buried
buried
man.
him.
They were going
It's
in at him,
nuts.
and I'm not
It's
gonna
nuts.
lie.
It's
I saw the comments when they were about 100 and something. I called our manager and I was
Selfish
like,
thinking.
someone said, bro, the comments were toxic. I called the manager. I was like, bro, I don't want Uzi to see this post, you know.
Yeah,
do you know
boy,
what I
you
mean?
see it already.
I called him out. I was like, should I post something to kind of calm the mood?
deflect.
To
To
deflect the
deflect
mood. And then, but when he saw it, he was just like, do you know what? I know my thing.
Yeah.
And I know what my view was on the whole episode. These lot have just seen a soundbite and made the
And then ran with that.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I felt like that was so key for the self-love aspect of
Yes.
it. Like, he knew what he stood for. He knew why he said what he said. Furthermore, he knows what he stands for now. He doesn't need the validation of the comments. So
No.
the fact he didn't let the comments get to him.
It shows you the
'cause you know what I mean?
level
The
that-
next man, like I heard Rush used to do it a lot. He would go back in the comments and start
going back
beefing
and forth
people.
with
Do you know
you.
what I mean? Which
you don't want to do that.
it's
bruv.
futile. It's futile. You
I
would never win.
contemplated it. You know?
He did because he hollered at me.
I said,
Nah, because he hollered at me like, but and I said, and again, anyways, to just further affirm like that point you're saying, yeah, it's like, bro, because I said to Uzi, I was like, bro, listen to me, yeah, that episode changed a bit of my way of thinking. I promise you, because yes, he just got his backlash now, but after that episode came out,
You got
I
your
was getting
backlash.
backlash,
Yeah.
bro, from people because people didn't rate the way I came at you.
You delivered the message.
The way I came at you. And it made me, and I took a step out, like, you know what, it's crazy, because, which I said to Uzi, like, bro, don't even watch that. Of course, people are going to say that, people are going to say all of these things in here, but you are speaking for, bro, there are so many people out there that have that way of thinking.
And they were in the comments.
And you know,
there weren't many of them.
There's some, but they were
in
there.
the comments, yeah.
So it's like there's a lot of people that had that way of thinking, and those are the people you're thinking for. And then if we don't have that conversation, how do you move forward? How do you get to come with that point, and we get to actually counter it and show you that
and that's why I rate you.
So
it
which
showed
was
that
sick, yeah.
You'd have that self-love aspect of this is my character. No one's gonna change how I think, and that's what it is. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. I thought you were gonna go for each and every person,
everyone. Yeah.
But the fact you didn't, it showed me that you're.
I just put one comment, which is go and watch the full episode.
I love it.
100%. And that's
that, because you know what I realized.
What did Michelle Obama say? When they go low, we go high. Yeah.
It's just one of those things. I just got to a point where I'm gonna start engaging in.
You never win.
It's not gonna go nowhere.
Nobody don't win. You don't win in that.
Man, it's
You can have that in it. You know what I'm saying? And I've never really been the type of. You know,
keyboard warrior.
Yeah,
man said keyboard warrior.
It's real.
Anyway, so it's like, yeah.
No, it's
real.
what it is.
Well, you know
Oh,
what,
man.
I want to go back to what you said, yeah, because I feel like people need to do more of it, yeah, which is the spending time alone.
Yeah.
And I feel like,
That's a
cool. Let me not
fair
even talk at people. Let me just talk about myself, yeah. So I feel like there was a time where I definitely wasn't spending enough time by myself. Do you see what I'm saying? I was always outside doing something or with people. Do you see what I'm saying? And then life is going in it, so you're just going with life.
Just going
innit?
with it, yeah.
Then I had to move to Birmingham for work, innit? So then now man's just in this little 1-bed apartment on my own. And then that's when my demons,
You're forced.
the demons and the thoughts decided, yeah, today we're going to do
Man
it.
said today we're gonna do it.
You see what I'm saying? But through that process and thereafter, then I've had to be like, alright, cool. Like, I have to deal with these thoughts, you see what I'm saying? And really deep, alright, cool. Like, who am I? Do you see what I'm saying? And again, shout out to the Honourable Bramble Batstar.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things that she got man into is meditation. And I think that's changed my life. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, to have that peaceful, no noise. The meditation I do is guided, so it's like it's taking you for a journey, like go into your mind, into your thoughts, like really deeply, and like really taking life and like who you are, what you're doing, where you're going, who's around you. Do you know what I'm saying? Going through the various chakras, etc. Do you see what I'm saying? So
Chakras?
Yeah. Man says
I won't lie, I
chakras.
tried to meditate, bro. I can't breathe, blood.
The maddest thing is the maddest.
It's long, bro.
He tried to slide it in there. No, he tried to slide that in there.
Chakra, the
And tried to talk, yeah. Man said chakras.
Wait, my brother. Talk
With
me.
the earth stones.
Hey,
The
come
earth
back.
stones on that.
Hey, come back.
Hey,
So tell me
you
this.
feel like that, Rick? Come back,
Come back. So what? Do you cross your legs?
no, I lie down still. I'm
did
lying
man
down
crosses
facing
his
the
leg,
ceiling.
yeah.
Okay,
he stayed in
and
that
candles.
position
We got
forever.
candles.
And incense.
Incense. Okay.
Stones.
This guy, you're
stones.
No, I ain't got to that level though. But my version is she's got loads of stones in that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm not there yet. I'm still on the journey. I'm beginner. Entry
It's
level.
hard though.
says on a journey.
Yeah, they're trying to, but they
How
can't.
do you know when you've gone to the next level?
Because
Well,
okay,
black
so when I
belts
first started
and yellow
meditating,
belts.
like I would meditate for like. So first I started off with YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Like 20-minute clips and that.
Okay.
Then I started joining the online one on Zoom, obviously because of lockdown or whatever. And obviously that one's guided. Like when I first started off, I struggled to like be still, empty my mind, and like get to that place. But the more I did it, and
Consistency,
practiced, then I was like, cool, like I know how to get into that zone. But it's scary as well, innit? Because sometimes when you're meditating, like you will really go to the place. Like
Seriously?
yeah.
Place is this?
To no man's land.
Which place is
You
it?
just
Like everything just black.
No, so like I've had meditations where like I'm
place where
meditating and then like
everything
my
is
granddad will be in my
green.
meditation.
What?
But like I'll be back home.
I don't know if
Because
I'm
I
ready
thought
for that.
it
That's crazy.
makes
Now I
you
wanna
help
see
you
that.
sleep or something. Or you could just.
I mean,
There are
depends.
meditations that can
Depends.
help you sleep, but there's meditations that make you like. So like for example, like one of the sessions we did was about your inner child. You know what I'm saying? So the whole purpose of that meditation is to take you back in time to like your childhood.
Okay.
And it
Oh,
can
now I
kind
need
of
to chat
highlight.
to you about
It can
this.
kind of highlight like childhood traumas, things you've been through as a child that you've kind of taken into adulthood, so on and so forth.
But once it's highlighted, what then?
So
what?
then now you have to deal with it. Do you see what I'm saying?
So you
In
mean
the
it brings
meditation
it brings
or
it
not,
back
like,
to
not
the
in the
forefront?
meditation. So okay, I meditate and like, I'll go on whatever journey I'll go in that meditation. Yeah. And then after the meditation, I'll write down what happened in my meditation, like at various points, the bits I can remember anyway. And then anything that sticks out, then I'll be like, okay, cool, this is something that I've got to work on. So like, okay, cool. I'll give you an example. One of my meditations, my dad kept on coming up. So as you don't know, that's when I went through that whole process of like, okay, cool, I'm going to reach out to my dad. That was through like continuously meditating. It kept on coming up on my conscience.
Oh
Do you
shit.
see what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, cool, this is something I've got to deal with because it's not
Put
like
enough.
it's not positive thoughts Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to carry that forward. So I've got to deal with this. So
Before you can move on to the next level.
Because essentially the meditation is just your subconscious thoughts, isn't it? But brought forward, because now you're taking the time to take a step back. You're actually like, okay, cool. What's happening up here?
Yeah.
And then things come.
Because we just seem to bury a lot of things, don't we? We just bury them, but they do. But they do, because we do tend to bury a lot of traumas and stuff. But over time, but then they do creep up in some of our daily behaviors, but we don't even know that. And then that's why it's like going through that, dealing with it, erasing that memory. You can never erase it, but it's almost getting that closure with whatever that situation is. Will always make it a bit
but
easier.
I think with that whole situation, I think it just comes out as you go along, innit? Like sometimes it's just like, how can I explain it? It's more like because obviously, as I said, obviously I lost my brother. Then, but that was minor because I was young. Even till now, it's like I wasn't at that age
because you didn't have to process it then, innit? You were still young.
Obviously, when my mum passed as well, it was like it was worse. But I just felt like after a while, like I was like, this is minor. Like let me just deal with it. It's like as you go along, something happens in your life. That's when you realize, like, whoa, like I didn't really deal with that. Yeah. Like I think that's where the difficult part is. You're trying to understand why you're acting a certain way.
Yes.
But see, that's key, because something
that's very
I
key.
always have conversations about lately is I feel like the reason why call it the world is the way that it is now, is because people lack self-awareness massively. Do you see what I'm saying? But again, it goes back
that's because of all the noises.
Yeah, there's too much noise and no one's taking enough time to be like, right, why do I actually do this? But that whole process is scary because for me, the reason why I can say that, I won't even say that I love myself fully. I'm still on that journey, path, but definitely more than before. But then I've had to accept things about myself that I don't like. And as a person, that's hard to be like, this is something that's negative about me, but how do I accept it and then move forward? Not enough people do that. They just carry the negativity and then end up putting it in. Made you think, man's a mother.
They even. It's like,
how often do you meditate?
Weekly.
Sensei, once a week.
Yeah, weekly.
That's for how long?
Yeah,
it's like an hour.
Wow, that's not. But once a week though, that's not.
Have the man ever been in your meditations?
Yeah, all the time.
And what have you learned from?
Wait, no. Okay, cool.
Why are you getting excited?
No, because I got something I want to do. Has Uzi been in your meditation?
Yeah.
And what was the energy?
This guy wants
to it depends on what I'm meditating about. And it depends what comes up. And also sometimes
what you've done. Don't let me kill this guy.
No, what you've just done, whatever you've just done prior to your meditation can sometimes also just be reinforced.
My bro, you're kind of just. Can you just say your last meditation?
Politician answer.
When you came up in my meditation, it was like, how do I, as a friend, help you get to where you're trying to get to?
Okay. Oh,
that's too nice, man.
And then Sukali. As him? As Sukali. Is that him? Him!
Can I help you cut your hair?
Honestly, hair transplants. Give me yours.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember your thing.
Wow. I'm not remembering. You're trying to draw that out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna ask about me as well.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
I can't remember all of them vividly, but it's not all positive. It's positive and negative. Do you know what I mean? Because
give us negative.
I can't remember all of them. That's what I'm saying.
That's negative.
I hate you lot, bro.
No, it genuinely depends.
Nah, man, I need to start. Yeah, I'm gonna chat to you about it. I need to start looking into that, man.
Oh, you want the chakra?
I want some chakras, man.
I'm here for it, man. I did it once. I'm not gonna lie. I was with my cousin. Shout out Rio D, and it was just 5 minutes.
We're doing too much shout outs now.
No. We need to start asking things. He just told me, he was just like, all right, because one of the hardest things, right, is to drown out your thoughts.
100%.
Especially someone like me, I'm constantly thinking.
Yeah.
But he was like, just for a second, just think of one thing. He said, just think of that, because at the time that his house was in a road, innit? So it's like, just think of the traffic.
Focus your mind on
I was thinking of the traffic. Then out of nowhere, all I can hear is traffic. Do you get it? Like, all my thoughts just went. I said, nah, bro, this shit's scary, bro.
It's hard.
Like, bro, it was weird. All I could hear was traffic.
You want to be there.
Man was with the traffic. I felt like I was...
Do you know what someone told me, Is like, someone told me one time, like, because we think so much, we don't understand, like, bro, it's so mad, like, we go gym, for health wise, physically, eat right, all of that, physical, mental, all of that. We're doing all of that.
What about our minds?
What about our minds? We take it, but we don't understand that.
Take it for granted.
Meditate and like all of the constant thinking, all these noises, constant that needs to be detoxed.
Honestly,
does that make sense?
In what sense, though?
And then that's what that is.
For.
No, I'm tired of Uzi, I swear down. Shut up, man. I meant
the
like
man is doing 3 days water fast. It's sports, bro.
No, that's for the body. No, that's for the body. I'm talking about for the mind. So,
God, sorry.
I can't take this guy serious. I swear. I proper deep into this guy just effed it all up.
Yeah, I can see DT's in the zone.
I'm trying to get
in the
zone.
zen.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
It's okay.
no, but you do need
mind.
to kind of like and then that's the food for that. That's the detox for that. That's to reset. You need to reset. You can't always be going. That's why people get like brain. You get all of these
aneurysms.
Yeah, and
what's the one way
to pause?
For me, I don't know. Like maybe I was saying the last year and a bit. Yeah, I find myself dreaming a lot
About
it wasn't like that. It could be. Maybe obviously in the physical I'm not cheating, but if I dream I'm cheating.
You know what? I've heard dreaming is good.
No, it's not.
If you can,
I thought it's not good though.
No, if you can dream, it's a good thing. It's people that can't dream.
You're supposed to be dreaming, bro.
No, it's not that. But what I'm saying,
okay, wait, what do you mean by
it wasn't like that before, but I'm saying now it's like near enough every other night.
Isn't it healthy to have a lucid dream?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Yeah, what do you mean? Like,
it could be something you're thinking of, like maybe before I went bed or something.
There's people that don't dream, you know, and there's people that dream that don't remember their dream.
Yeah, you think so, but what? Well, you think so because you said depends on your beliefs. I don't know.
I think what you believe about dreams. But
okay, scientifically though, what I read,
that's the thing.
it's very healthy to be able to dream.
I think it is. I think dreams are powers, man.
Right? You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Nah, but you know, sometimes your dream makes people mad. You know, like especially again, like for me, I don't take dreams seriously, innit? You know what I'm saying? So like, since my brother passed, I probably see them in my dream once, just once. But people are like, like what I heard before is like if you keep seeing people in your dreams, it means something. They never died naturally, or you know what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. It depends on what you believe.
Yeah, so I don't believe dreams like that. Like I can.
You don't try to buy into it like that.
Do you know why? Alright, cool. I'll tell you this, because I believe in dreams. Yeah, I'll dream and then I'll try and figure out what does this mean.
Yeah, right.
So I had a dream. I'm not gonna say the whole dream because it's long. Yeah, but I had a dream that I was driving. I was with Ahmed. Yeah. I've dropped Ahmed home.
Yeah.
And then as I'm driving out of his road, there's a lion in the road. But the lion's sleeping.
Are you getting the lion?
This guy, man.
Oh, sorry.
So as I'm trying to like drive round the lion, like 4 lions come out of nowhere. But they're like running towards the car.
Bomba.
But I've run them all over. Yeah.
Defeat the enemy.
After when I woke up, I'm like, bruv, what the hell is that? So now I'm like, I don't want to drive today because
yeah, this is mad. This is mad.
I ain't gonna no lions on the road.
Yeah, this is mad.
But then I go and read about it, and it's got various meanings. You know what I mean? It could mean that hardships coming your way, but you're gonna get over it.
Yeah,
it could mean that there's people around you
that might be snaky. Yeah, and then but you're gonna
keep your eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it can make you paranoid, but it can also just be like an outlet to be like, Raj, you know what? Let me just keep my eyes peeled. Because something could happen.
I think, you know,
I love that.
That's how I think all the time.
I feel like with that as well, it's just like there's just some things in life that's normal, innit? Like if there's no evil, there has to be evil to balance.
Yeah.
But it's a gift to see the evil coming, though.
Yeah.
It's good to see the evil coming, and everything good comes from evil mostly.
Yeah, that's true. But do you not sometimes feel like
how do you know good is good?
Exactly.
But do you not just sometimes feel like depending on what you believe in, innit? You know what I'm saying? There's people like, okay, cool. There's evil, but I'm not scared of evil. You know what I'm saying? Because if I've seen myself in a dream and I've crashed my car, and I've died or something like that, and that day I'm saying, whoa, like I'm not gonna drive. Ain't that fair?
I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you're feeding.
There's no right or wrong.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong. Yeah,
I think like what Daz is saying there. There's no right or wrong.
You could be right. It could be fear. But then it could be a sign, and it could be the thing that the person don't drive.
It could be smart,
and they just dodge a bullet.
Do you not remember?
Nobody knows.
Bro, do you not remember?
Yeah.
When we were 15, and then we were going to that house party, and your mum told you not to come because there was going to be beef there, and man went.
I didn't end up there.
And he didn't go, and I almost got thrown on the train tracks.
There was beef.
Bro, it was mad beef.
Oh my gosh.
I won't mention the man them that did it, but they know themselves.
They don't.
And you know what I'm saying? If your mum didn't tell you that,
But I think obviously.
So, yeah,
He would have been the one that
you-
got us thrown on the tracks.
Which is true.
You would have been the
Because
one.
back then, he was a bit. He was
But
more,
you know
been
what it is, yeah? Like at that
Throw
time,
me then.
At that time, yeah, I feel like.
That's what he would have done.
Yeah, my mom, yeah, she does do a lot of thinking.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
bro.
And
So sometimes it's good
a
to-
lot of like sometimes like negative like things have happened in her life. Like it's just constantly like yeah. So she would have these dreams a lot in it. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Like I just like I listened that time, but I feel like there was a part
dreaming
of
is good,
fear
bro.
inflicted in me in it. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying to you? That made me say,
It could
you know
not be.
what? Let me not go.
I think
today.
like what like.
I don't
you
think it's fear. It's
there
foresight.
you go.
It's
Yeah, I don't
foresight.
think
See
it depends
as
how you want
foresight.
to take
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Depends.
But the way I'd see it is foresight. If I had
Yeah.
his dream, what's wrong with not driving for that day? Just to make sure.
If you can, yeah, because it's like
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, so someone like me that my work consists of driving, am I calling management and saying, "Oh, I can't come to work"?
No,
today?
no.
Then-
What you could do, okay, you're gonna drive, you go, but then now you
careful.
can be extra careful.
Yes.
You can be like, okay, boom. Certain things that you might normally do, that
You
you're
won't
like,
do
you
them.
know, okay, let me know. Let's just be a bit extra
You know what I
cautious
mean?
today, and then it's also
Drive the speed
preventative
limit.
measures. It's just
Exactly.
like just
Ain't
being
nothing
there.
wrong
That's
with
what
that.
it is. Yeah,
But,
it's not necessarily fear. It's just be like, for example, 50 mans are waiting for you outside, yeah, with guns, knives, whatever. I'm gonna stay in my house and not go out. Is that fear? Or is that just being smart?
Better column A, better column B.
Do you know what I mean?
Better both, bro.
Oh, well, you want to walk out there and prove
Yeah,
a point
I mean.
yeah, and get your ish ripped
I hear that,
out,
I hear
fam.
that.
Yeah, so
So,
that's what
it's
it
just
is.
more when it comes to yeah.
Alright, question for all of you though.
Uh-huh.
What do you think you would change from today on your journey to be more loving towards yourself?
Number one, I'm chatting to you after this thing.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm changing. That's my beginning of my journey. Yeah.
This guy, man.
I'm chatting to you after this.
I think for me, I'm going to be a bit more selfish with my time. I'm a kind of guy.
You're already selfish with your time. What's wrong with this guy? Any
Nah.
more selfish now? You're just cutting people off. Just say I'm
Literally,
gonna cut
maybe
people
that's
off.
what I'm gonna
Yeah. Just say I'm cutting people off.
Because I'm very, as you know, obviously I'm the people's champion. You know what I'm saying.
Self-proclaimed.
Ugandan lion.
No, but really, I don't like saying no to people. I say yes to pretty much everybody. Marvin, can you collab with this? I'm gonna start like
No, I
being a
can't
bit
run
more
still.
selfish with my time.
Yeah, yeah.
Being a bit more targeted.
But it's not selfish, and I think that's we've got to be careful.
Okay, sorry.
Because when you use that word, it's like I said, for me anyway, for me personally, if you're being selfish, that's like you said, having negative impacts and knowing and then still doing it.
Okay.
So just I'm gonna show more
The
love to myself
pre-thought,
by
yeah.
doing.
I'm going to show more love to myself
Yeah.
by spending more time with myself.
With yourself.
No, I'm not gonna approve of this. Approve of this saying.
Go on, Izzy.
Yeah, okay.
What are you
that's
gonna
dope.
do?
Hey.
My one ain't even. To be honest, yeah, I don't even think I get as mad as before. Like that's one. thing I noticed.
What are you? What's the
My
question
one is-
again?
No, I'm with him. I'm with him.
I don't
No,
think
we-
I get. My
No,
one.
but
I
you
think-
said from today.
no.
You're
I
not
think
talking
for
about-
me is not. How can I explain it? Not getting drawn out. I'm not saying I
Okay,
get
yeah,
drawn out
yeah,
like
yeah,
that per
yeah,
se
yeah,
now.
yeah,
But it's just more like you know what? It's
You do
not
get
that
drawn
innit?
out. You do get drawn out. Yeah,
I do.
and
I
I
do.
agree.
But not as much as like I don't react as mad as
Before,
I would.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
100%,
We
yeah.
thank God.
Well, you know, even with that,
That's
yeah, I'll
good
be real.
though.
Like, I think there's a lot of things as well that people need to start. Okay, not need to, but people
Should.
could start
Okay.
doing that might be beneficial. But it's a stigma for the community.
Yeah.
Which is
Meditation is one of them. I think.
100%.
I think therapy is another one,
100%.
and things like anger management.
Yes.
I've done anger
I
management.
want to ask you a question around the therapy stuff. Do you think, does it matter like who?
Yep.
It does.
think
So you know
so.
exactly what I'm trying to
Who-
go.
does it
Because
matter who you go
I've had
to?
a lot
Yeah,
of this
yeah.
back and forth.
100%.
So in terms of, but people always say it don't matter as long as they're. But I always genuinely feel like the person sitting across to me, this person I want to open up everything to. It would
Need to be
help just for
relatable.
me. Yeah, not just that they could understand to an expert like what my. Does that make sense? Like they can relate, and then hopefully through that their
can open up
service,
more
yeah,
and you
yeah,
feel
and then
more-
exactly
you
rather
let
than
out
me
more.
talking to someone that don't even
I hear that.
can't even fathom.
You know
You know where I'm
another
coming
point,
from.
Yeah, you see when you say that anger management, yeah, I don't think people need anger management. Yeah, it's just one of those things where you not like people don't just wake up and start losing it and going mad.
Some
Like,
people do.
No. Yeah,
Some people
yeah,
do.
No.
Yeah, but I'm
to a
joking, but I know what you
certain
mean.
extent,
Yeah, I'm joking.
But I don't just wake up today and say, you know what, I want to be mad at everyone. I don't wake up like that. You know what I think people need to learn, yeah? How you go across, how you go about getting your point across. That's where this this whole.
But anger management
It's
can
all
help
part
that.
of that.
Anger management can help that. It
It's
helps
all
you
under that umbrella, yeah.
Channel your energies,
And
channel your anger, and
knowing
how do you-
your trigger point, like
Exactly.
something.
But don't you
certain
feel like
things.
sometimes?
I hear what you're saying, though.
I feel like sometimes as well, yeah, people play on that thing where like, yeah, you need anger management. It's like, you know, when someone keeps saying certain things, yeah, you start to believe that that's
I
what's
see
wrong
what you
with
mean. Okay, cool.
But you know what? They are triggering it. They are the reason why. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like when it comes to that person, I get so mad, but I don't get this mad with this person. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So it's like sometimes that people play about with that. It's like, you know what? Let me press on this. Let me trigger this. Do you know what I'm saying to you? But it's like the point I'm trying to make. If you go
Question
about
for
it,
you
yeah,
though, yeah.
you get the point I'm trying to make. It's just you don't like the even now it can come across like
That's
I'm
the
upset, but I'm just
self-awareness, though.
That's
the
self-awareness. Because I was gonna say to you,
self-awareness
because that's what I was gonna say. Like, bro, like, don't you think it would help if, for example, like what you're saying, you know, certain things that X do triggers you. So you knowing though what those triggers are, don't you think it would help you deal with it better once you're in that kind of situation, if you know what they are? Because more times I feel like a lot of people don't actually know what is triggering them, bro. You just know that certain things will happen,
and that's what anger management is.
Yeah, and I think you knowing what some of your triggers are will help you deal with it. Once it starts to happen, either you walk away from that situation or you just try to find some preventative measures to
But this
make
is the
sure.
thing, yeah. I feel like, you know, because I've had a lot of this. Sometimes it's like there's no winning. You get it? Because I've been in situations where I'm like, you know what?
And you're
I
still
don't
in
walk away from
situations.
everyone. But they get all mad. Like, oh, like you're rude. So it's like, what do you want me to do? You want me to sit here and argue with you, or you want me to walk away? Which one is
What's
it
best for you at that time?
Walking away is best.
And
always
that-
best for
and
me.
that's self-love.
You got
You walk away. That's
So
self-love.
I wouldn't even put that as a category of self-love or selfishness. I'd just say at that time, that's what was best for you as a person.
Yes.
You understand? And then later on, come back and do
I
with
don't
it.
even know what to say.
Alright, I hear that.
I don't know what to say.
But then this is not a reason for you to walk away from everything as well.
This is what I'm saying.
Not everything. Not everything.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not everything. But I'm just
This
trying
guy
to
would
make
just
the point
walk
is,
away.
yeah, but sometimes as well, yeah, you can try to get your point across. It's like, okay, cool. I'm listening to you. What do you want from this?
But again, do you know
get
what? A lot of conversations, gonna use bare words that all my bedrooms have told me over the last couple of years. Yeah. There's too much talking at people and not to them, and there's too much. There's not enough listening to understand. There's always listening to respond.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, and that's where a lot of things go left, because let's say me and you are having an argument, and all I'm doing is trying to counter your point every single time. We're gonna be here all day. Do you see it? But if man just shut up and listened, I might deep a little bit what you're saying and be like, all right, cool, we can find small common ground. I still don't agree with you, but I understand what you're saying here. And then move forward. You see what I'm saying? But more time it's like, no, you're chatting shit, man. Or, nah, man, you're just, Do you know what I'm saying? It's always confrontation. But again, I feel like it's for you to decide, like, what works for you in that situation.
In that moment
There's
in
bare
time.
things I don't engage in. Someone can tell me something and I feel like this is rubbish. I'll just say, and be on my
And
way.
be on your way.
It's not everything I need to engage in, man.
That's true. Facts.
Okay,
facts.
so before we go too deep in that, because things could just end up going left.
if it has to go left, let it go left.
No, I want to
You know
talk
what I mean?
about affirmations.
what is affirmation?
I think Big Santa can tell us what an affirmation
Now,
is.
why is this all about me?
I know, right?
What is affirmation?
Because you lot do this. I don't do
It's just more of I don't do it, but I believe.
Should I get
I'm
the
not
Google
giving you
definition?
the. Yeah, you can if you want to. Yeah, but it's just more of going back to the self-love kind of stuff. It kind of ties in terms of like what are some of the your rituals every day. If it's a daily thing, weekly thing that you tell yourself, you remind yourself that I'm the ish. I'm going out today. I'm about to conquer everything.
Yeah.
Anything
So-
standing in my way, getting dismantled.
Come on.
This.
So the
This
action,
figured.
the
That sound like a
action or
Nigerian
process,
You know what I mean?
affirmation, the
In
action
Jesus' name.
or
Come on.
process
Say amen.
of
Wait,
affirming
let me-
something, the action or process of affirming something, or emotional support or encouragement. So a lot of people will wake up,
With low self-esteem.
look at,
No, I'm
look-
joking.
You're cold, bro.
I'm joking.
Look in the mirror and be like, you are beautiful. You are voluptuous.
Man said,
Wow.
wow, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
There ain't no female for the females out there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know if man
No,
them
no,
do
for
it.
the man
I
them,
can't-
no.
So
What do
man
you
them
mean?
might be like your beard is good even though it's patchy. Or
Yeah, you wake up to yourself like, bro.
There's no better. Don't talk about.
No, but that's what you're.
I'm not gonna go lie to myself.
No, but that's the example.
But that's an example.
Nah, that's because you don't believe in affirmation.
Yeah, there you go.
I
You
ain't
don't
got no
believe
bed.
it.
Why am I gonna go lie to myself in the mirror?
it's
like,
about-
God has worked wonders for many.
Exactly,
because
from
the
it-
power is in the tongue.
It's in the tongue. It's like
So you
me a
affirm
good-
it.
And listen, there's a story in the Bible, yeah, where
about
they're talking, where there's I can't remember where it is, yeah. And so listeners, if I'm wrong, correct me, yeah. But it goes like, there's pouring of oil into a barrel, and then the oil is still spilling, but then they run out of barrels. So someone says to someone, "Yo, go and get another barrel," and then they say, "There's no more barrels." But I ain't even going to look. So then the oil stopped. But the whole premise is, if they actually went to go and seek the barrel and had faith that they could find another barrel, the oil, quote unquote, blessings would have never stopped. It would have kept on flowing. But because of what they said with their mouth, the oil finished.
So it's
I
like
need to know that story. That's a good story.
So it's almost like, bro, like believe it, put it out there into the universe, and I've always believed in that. Anyways, speaking things into existence. I've always been. I do.
So do you affirm?
In my mind.
What have you affirmed for the podcast? Look at this now.
Headache will not be my portion.
Amen. Amen. No, for me, it's just God. Please let us keep going strong. Let's just keep going. That's for me. But like for the pod, I'm not gonna lie. That's my thing every day. Every day, I'm like, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's actually do that for the pod. You know, I've never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
But now, and actually, every day,
You
I'm
need to
like,
affirm.
let this go. Let this go. Let's just keep going. Let this keep going. But in terms of like my every day for myself personally, like. I don't really, but I always think of stuff in my mind though. I'm like a mind. I talk to myself in my head like, no, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna get this done. No, get out of bed. Let's go. Like I always talk to myself. That's why more times like everyone's like, oh, how you always so much? You always on the move. You always the. More times like, when I'm sitting down, bro, I'm telling myself, no, get up. You can go and go and go and do it. Go and get it done. Go and do this. So I do stuff like that, but I don't actually have a list that I work with every day.
Yeah, same here. Like I only affirm on the 1st of January. You know,
like everybody else.
I'm like, look, this year is my year. I said I'll never forget that.
What was some of the
the affirmation January 1st, 2020 was mad.
What was it?
This is my year. I'm gonna blow.
Amen.
I'm gonna get a promotion.
Amen.
I'm gonna buy another yard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Then Corona came and said,
but that don't stop the affirmation,
That don't stop.
bro.
yeah, but it's still my affirmation.
It doesn't. It stopped because
It stopped. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Mentally, yeah.
Because for me, I was more affirming because I felt that's what I had to do on the 1st of January. You know what I'm saying?
You know what you should have done when Corona hit? You should have gone back and be like, Corona is here, but
I'm still
gonna.
Exactly.
we don't amend mantras, man.
Huh? You don't amend them?
Don't amend them.
Oh, okay.
Or affirmations.
Uzi, do you have any affirmations?
I don't do them things. I won't even lie.
Okay.
You gonna start?
You gonna start?
Are you gonna look into it? Or
Possibly, but
no. Yeah, no. No.
not really my.
Big Santa.
It's not your thing.
Well, you have some
You know what? I'm
affirmations.
sitting there and I'm like, raw, like, I want to shout out.
I know you got things. Like I know you do this
Bro,
thing.
do you know what's mad?
do this.
I'm having this conversation and I'm deep in, like, obviously my two best female brethren, the impact is mad, fam. Because a lot of the things that man's doing is from
It's because
combos
of them.
with them.
That, yeah.
It's mad.
Facts.
But anyway, yeah. So
Chakras and thing.
Man says chakras and things.
the affirmations and the mantras, shout out my honourable brethren, Candice, you know what I'm saying? That started with her. So this is when I was living in Brum, and she was telling man a story about, I think there was a guy, and I might be wrong, but I think his mum was not well, and he was like, he had paintings, he was a painter and like an artist, and he needed to sell a painting for a certain price, I think for like, I can't remember the exact story, but the premise of the story was he had this mantra or affirmations that he used to say to himself every time, and literally at the dying moment, like he sold the painting for a ridiculous amount of money, like it came through for him. So then I was like, that's mad. So since I think that was 2017 or 18, like every year on the 1st of the year, I'll write my mantra or affirmation, and it'll just be like, all right, cool. This year, I'm trying to achieve this, that. Spiritually, I'm trying to be here. Family, I'm trying to be here. Friends, I'm trying to be here. And then I'll just say it every year. And like literally every year since I wrote it, like I think, so the first year I did it, everything that I wrote down happened. And I was like, yeah, whatever, fluke. Like, I was like, yeah, whatever. Then the next year I done it again and it happened again. Then I told my mum, I was like, listen, man's writing these things and they're popping.
It's banging off.
So she's like, no, like power of the tongue, like keep doing it, whatever. So third year, I didn't really have much faith. I was just like, yeah, man. This is 2019, done it again. But 2019 was the mad one. The 2018 was the mad one. Because 2018, I had to buy a house on it. and kept going getting knockbacks left, right, and centre. Like we don't like the build. We don't like. It's not got enough sunlight. It's just like, bruv, do you know what? Under yard tent at my mum's house, man. This is long. And then literally, I didn't complete my mortgage until November. And
That year, innit? Yeah.
like basically the back end of the year. But I was trying from like Jan. And I was like, raw, like this thing's actually a thing. So now this year, so when Corona's come now, obviously I was like, I'm doing a mantra, man. This all in our house, man. What's this?
Yeah.
But literally, I think it was not long ago, you know, like maybe like a month or two ago. I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna have faith. Like, so I wrote another one, the one I showed you, man, that you laughed at.
Which would need to a couple of them.
Can you bring it back?
No.
Please? Can you run it
But
back?
Come on.
I wrote another one, and what's mad is like 2 things on there. I wrote them, and then like literally weeks later, they started happening. And I was like, bro, like literally, like nah, just don't take. It's not a joke anymore. It's like I gotta stick to this thing, and I gotta make sure no matter what mood I'm in, I'm saying it.
You gotta say it.
Yeah, man.
Do you say it every day?
Every morning.
Every morning. Sick.
Well, I try to every morning. Sometimes I forget, and I do it afternoon.
So it's not a prayer, it's an affirmation. Like you just say what you...
For me, you can call it what you want to call it, but it's me just saying to... It's me saying
Do you
to
bring
the
God
world,
into
to
it?
God, yeah, because God is at it. I definitely say that, Lord, I hand this over to you.
Oh,
like, at the
okay.
end.
It's basically a prayer.
kinda-
Yeah, you can see it as a prayer.
You can see it as that, yeah, but...
But for me, it's just me putting out there what I want.
not
And
gonna
what
lie.
are some of the... Can we have your...
No.
Just to share with our audience.
Yeah, share
just,
my
just one or two, not all of it, just so they can have an idea.
No, because you're going to go to the point where I said I'm going to work out 4 times a week, and I'm not Egypt.
Basically, man looked at one of these mantras, and it said on there, I'm going to work out 4 times a week. I just looked at my boy. You know, you got to be honest with your boys.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, what were you working out these
Big
4 times?
Santa with a banter.
My jaw.
Because we're in
That
April.
jaw. He told you already, he was working them jaws.
Oh, you're working
bruh.
the jaw.
That Nando's ain't easy,
What's it
baby.
called? Yeah, exactly.
Is it the Nando's or is it the football match?
What?
What was it?
You don't listen. You
What,
don't
went over his
listen.
head?
I told
He
you
said
that
it's a Nando's
in
or the football
Uganda, bedroom activities called football.
Yeah,
that was too complicated.
That was a game a week, man.
A game a week. A game a week.
Ruud van Nistelrooy in this team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
them poachers.
You know
He was
what I'm saying?
poaching.
Poaching everywhere.
That, you know
Call me
what?
Hasselbank.
Hasselbank, Jimmy Floyd.
All right, do you know what? I'm
Yo.
glad you mentioned affirmations. I don't know if you want some writing credit. If you could write mine, it seems yours bang.
I can help.
Yeah, so if
Yeah,
you
I
write
can
mine,
help.
But then, no,
and then also when you're saying yours, you add mine.
I'm
to
pausing
yours.
that.
Personal
Does that
with
not?
yours.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So
Does it
no one
need
else
to be
can't be
something that
involved?
you?
No, because
Have you
I
read
had
the
a
terms
group.
and conditions?
That's what I'm asking. I'm asking the guru here.
No, I had a group. So
Yeah.
at one point it was me. I can't remember who was in the group, but anyway, there's a group of us that all-
Powerful play group.
Yeah, another powerful play group. His boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally, like everyone would like just if you didn't know how to like word it, because you could have like bare things you're trying to achieve. That's another thing. Like you got to start somewhere in it. So you'd be like, cool, this year I want to achieve whatever. It might be too long.
Some madness, yeah.
Has it got to be realistic?
Yeah, you have to. Well, you as realistic as works for you, innit?
Can I say,
Because-
I want to get £1 million?
Yeah, why not?
But do you have? But then that's the thing. Do you then need to have something in the pipeline, like
Yes.
not just
Yeah.
sit on your ass in
It's
your
like
house and
anything.
be
It's like when you go to
oh,
church and they say that prayer without works is nonsense. Do you
Yo,
see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
same thing
exactly.
here.
Okay.
But
Clarify
the
that
whole
bit,
ethos
yeah.
is, let's say for example, I'm just gonna react myself. Let's say for example, you've got I want to say 5 bags a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saying it every day is the reminder.
That you
You
That's
need to
my
go find out
that's
how
my
you
goal.
need to-
I need to
So
find a
every day
way.
I need to make sure I go hard to make sure that
I say
at the
that.
end of the month I've got
Yeah.
that 5 bags.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, so-
okay, I'm with that. Okay.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, so obviously we're almost getting to the end of the episode, but I really wanted to touch on this last point, yeah? And in that, when it comes to self-love, affirmations, everything, yeah, how does that play into friendships in terms of like jealousy and envy? Like, what's the, like, do you see the relation there? Like,
I mean, yeah, go on.
No, I was just gonna just say because this happened only last week. I feel like again self-awareness, yeah. But what I've seen last week in a way is that
Where?
I can't say.
Okay, cool.
You trying to hot man up?
I'm just asking, man.
But what I've seen is that like I feel like there's some people who, because they're not there themselves with themselves, when they see someone else, yeah, that's very comfortable in their shoes, does their own thing, doesn't bother nobody, is happy to sit in their corner or do things that's not popular to the masses. They start to throw shade in a way, like to try and make it seem like what they do is weird, or it's like, why do you do that, or why do you think that, why do you believe that? And it's like, I don't know if that's envy or jealousy, but I find that strange because I feel like we can all learn from each other. If everyone's actually being themselves and no one's trying to be a clone of someone, we've all got something to bring to the table. We're all different ways, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's a shame that we don't have the opportunity to learn from each other in that way, because we're all trying to be fit in
It's
or
mad
be
because
the
it's not
same.
even
and-
strange. It's the norm in this environment.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's to always try to chastise the one that you feel is the odd one or doing
Yeah.
Why
The
can't we
Ugandan,
just
you mean?
leave?
Is that what you mean? The Ugandan?
No.
Always trying to chastise the Ugandan.
No, but that's
No,
an example.
I
But
wasn't.
it's true though. The way you talk about
I was
it, we
trying
need to
I know
understand
what
why.
you're
We need
saying,
to
but
understand why.
I was trying to cut it out. I didn't want to give him that.
No,
I was like,
give him
I
the
don't know
limelight.
you're
That's what he
saying.
wants.
No, but yeah, I see what he wanted to do there. No, but it's like, yeah, like, you freaking lost. I lost my.
that was the plan.
Why? Flipping out. I'm trying to remember now. So,
No,
yeah.
my bad.
No, but yeah, but what was your last point? No, because that's the only what I remember. What was your last point?
I just said that I find it strange, but I feel
Yeah,
like
no, I
we
was
need to
just
show
saying,
more
yeah, it's the norm
understanding.
because it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know why people can't just leave people to be who they want to be, as long
100.
as it is not hurting anybody
Your
else.
thing,
yeah.
Like, just let people like, you don't have to. Everybody don't have to be you. Everybody don't have to.
Yeah, obviously I hear what you're
Yeah.
saying in that aspect, but it depends to what level of behavior, innit? You know what I'm saying to you? Like, it's like, I agree with your point, which means some people just weird, they do their own thing, innit? It might be weird to us, but it's normal to them.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Because we
innit?
might be weird to them.
Yeah, there you go. So
And that's what it
but I
is.
just feel like as long as your weirdness doesn't cause problems,
Yeah, and that's
Then
what I
it's
just
cool.
said. Yeah, like,
No,
if
but
it's
you
not
know
hurting
what?
others,
And
that's what I
again,
just
do
said.
you get my point?
For me,
As
it's
long
a
as not
journey
causing
because
problem,
we have one of our friends, right, that growing up, obviously we were very close. We used to go holidays together, go raving together, do all those things. Then he went on his own journey where he wanted to be one with his spirituality.
Great
Which is
example.
usually will
Great
go very,
example.
very
And
good
for a
example.
very long time, it bothered me because I just felt like,
Exactly, we lost our friend for a bit.
yeah, I felt like I lost my boy, and I felt like he was being selfish because he was only thinking about his thing. Whereas I felt like the two can coexist. You can be spiritual and at the same time
But
enjoy yourself with
what
God.
changed wasn't
Yeah.
him. It was us accepting the fact that, cool, this is the journey that our boy's on.
And we gotta respect it.
Irrespective, that's our boy.
Yeah.
He ain't really changed. He's just doing what's best for him.
Yeah,
There you
see
go.
what I'm
So,
saying?
but a lot of other people can. That's where those jealousy, envy traits come and be like, "What are you trying to show man that you're better than man because now you're more spirit?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what
But
you're saying, yeah,
I was at that point, but then it took a point where I realized that, yo, if I truly got love for my boy, I should want what he wants and what he feels is best for him. And I feel like it goes to your point that you should let everybody be who they want to be as long as it's not detrimental to you. Because even if I can't go out with him, I got all you
you
guys
know
to
what
go
it's
out
mad?
with. So
That's
Sir, go
a
on.
good
Yeah,
point.
go on.
Yeah, but again,
I
it
don't wanna
depends.
lose
I
this
think it's
point.
more of how you talk to someone.
Thank
You know what I'm saying? To you?
I think you just
Based
took
on
it,
how
yeah.
you talk
Thank
to
you,
someone,
yeah.
I can tell if you think you're better than me. Yeah, because I got money. Let me be real. I don't feel like when it comes to like that educational thing, yeah, I'm that guy in it. Like if you want to talk about outside that, I'm that guy. Yeah, but you see when people use certain words like to talk to you, but you know what, bro, you can just say you're a dickhead. But they will say in some next terms, I'm like, bro,
In Latin.
are you trying to rub shoulder like? Because you know you're basically, because obviously one of my managers one time done that to me at work. Where I was like, you're moving a bit lethargic.
This guy.
That's what he said to me.
You're moving slow,
At
my
that
guy.
point, I didn't realize how disrespectful this guy was. I just thought he's just a typical idiot. It's just one of those things, isn't it?
And then man
when
went
I
home and looked up the words.
I was like,
like,
bro,
this guy mugged me.
actually violated
This
me
guy
without
mugged
violating
me.
me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
without
saying to you?
doing it, yeah.
There's things like that where he's like, clearly I knew he thought he was better than me. That's facts. So sometimes it's the way you go about doing things. That's where people start feeling like, what? You must think you're better than me. Do you get my point? So I also feel like that point is very key. I'm very like when you're going on your journey.
And what I was gonna
that's
say-
fine, but just be mindful how
You
do know what I'm
deliver
saying?
your
Like
message.
now, man, are like, yo, you know what? We all sit here and listen to a certain type of music, like ching that,
yeah.
and then now I'm on a different journey. It's like, man, you're
No,
turn off that music.
I think-
or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
you gotta leave the room.
Yeah.
Not us. You
No, but
leave
I
the
think-
room.
I think
You know
no.
what I'm saying? Little things like that is very important.
What I wanted
as
to
well.
add to your point, yeah, I just feel like the point you made was, I think, is really, really important
Yeah,
because
very.
this is what happens. I've seen that happen bare times. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, do you feel like it's important? Because yes, jealousy, envy, all of those things, friction, all stems from that, and that is from somebody trying to elevate themselves,
Yeah.
and then separating themselves from the wolf pack, whatever
Yeah.
it is, and it's always like start feeling but do you think like it would eliminate if man them would actually bring their
The people
quote
in.
unquote, and then like, look, this is the journey I'm on, because I feel like
Join me.
Yeah, like look, if you want to, if you understand, if you see things from like
You'll
you know what I
see.
mean. But if you don't want to, then yeah, boom. Because I feel like it always tends to be. A man just goes rogue, fam. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's wrong.
No, I get you.
Just based on your scenario, like you was feeling away because things are happening. Man is doing something, but you couldn't understand.
Yeah, he's
why
right.
is man just moving
in that
that way?
scenario,
Like,
there wasn't a pre-conversation. There wasn't a conversation
yeah,
prior.
do you know what I mean?
It was just, this is what I'm doing.
This is what I'm
Yeah,
doing, and this
exactly. And
happened.
it's gonna. But then
And
again,
man was even saying, if you man get have your stag do's abroad, man ain't coming. Do
you see what I'm saying? Then
So
you
it was
go
just
like you go
raw.
radical with it.
Man just went radical.
But it's like, bro,
That's
if
an
I'm your
extremist.
boy, it's almost like if I'm your guy, we've broke
Let's
bread
talk
together.
compromise.
Let's
and
talk
then,
about it.
not even like compromise, but like you have found that you've been enlightened. You found this new enlightenment.
Take me
whatever.
with you.
Bring me to
Why
that.
don't you want to bring me
Yeah.
with you?
But
Why
you
do you
know
feel
what?
like you want to go and do it alone?
But then
Like,
what
I
made
want
me-
to be enlightened too.
And this is my
Do you know
final
what I
point,
mean?
yeah. Final
And then
point
that's where
before we
beef
wrap
comes
up.
in
was better than
sometimes.
sin.
Final point
I
before
want
we
to
wrap
be
up.
enlightened
But-
too.
So this is how now I realize maybe I was being a bit of a hypocrite. When man was younger and I was on doing crud, right? I'll never forget.
You was on doing crud.
Just listen to the point. Listen
I'm
to the point.
joking, I'm
Yeah.
joking.
I'll never forget, right? After school, secondary school, right? We got our results. I'm now choosing what college to go to. Yeah. Rather than go St. Charles with all of the other man them,
Yeah.
or stay in ends, I decided to go out ends,
you
right?
were
And,
SFX?
and I went college. No, SFX. I went.
Yeah.
I went Islington, and I went there not knowing nobody.
Why do you do that?
Because I didn't want to be on the road no more. I didn't want to do
Okay,
anything. I
you
didn't want to be
just wanna separate-
associated.
you
I
wanna
want to
separate yourself, yeah.
Came easy where the real ones are.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
knowing
yeah.
that I was gonna find man like Big Santa.
Big
It was even
Santa
worse
with
than
the
the people I
banter.
left.
Boom.
But the
Come
point
on.
I'm trying to make, I left the man them. I did not have the conversation with nobody. I didn't try to bring no one to the enlightenment because I felt like you man are never gonna come off the road. This is the life you men have chosen.
So you didn't even give them a chance.
So
Yeah,
that's when I realized I'm being a bit of a hypocrite when my boy is now coming telling me he wants to do his journey, and I'm all like, yo, I didn't even bring my man when I. You see what I'm saying? But yeah.
That's a very good point, innit? I just feel like when it comes to that thing, just have a conversation.
Have a conversation,
And
yeah.
then obviously it's very important how you.
Because obviously we're
you
grown
gauge,
now, innit?
Yeah, how you gauge
Back then,
people.
man was 16, so-
I would
now,
like,
yeah.
I would do something like that, but again, it takes me back to my
Conversation.
first point, which is depending on the level of whatever I got for you, then that's that, innit? But if I got respect for you, then I'll be like, you know what, like man's just trying to pattern certain things for like I'm gonna be distant for a bit. You know what I'm saying? And
You
that's
just communication.
That's
So,
the thing,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
So
But,
does anyone
cool.
have anything else to add on this?
It's all a balance as well. That's the last thing
It's
I'll
all a
say.
balance.
I
Yeah,
think
balance.
that have the conversation, but appreciate that not everyone is where you are on your journey.
Is this your takeaway for the people then?
I'm just speaking. I don't know.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, not everyone.
That's the takeaway.
We're trying to
I
write.
think-
Yeah, that's his
I think-
takeaway. Yeah,
to
yeah.
summarize-
my takeaway
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
have the conversation,
Communicate.
communicate with your friends, family, whoever it might be. They might not be where you're at, so they might not be receptive to it. They're
But at least
then,
they're
yeah,
aware.
yeah.
They're
But
aware.
they're
Yeah,
aware at the bare
Yeah.
minimum, and that in
And-
time people come around. you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
And to add to that, I would always say, don't always assume you're doing things the right way. You can
That's
also
true.
be doing it
Yeah,
wrong,
that's
even
real.
though it's under the guise of
Very
self-love.
real, bro, yeah.
When you communicate, that will help you understand. All right, maybe there's a better way. for me
Receive
to do-
feedback, man.
Yeah, do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So be open to feedback and everything. But guys, we'll come to the end of the episode. It's been a good one.
I really like this.
I've
I've
liked
got
it.
to. I felt like this was even a slight.
Was
a
it
bit of
therapeutic?
meditate. Yeah,
therapeutic.
therapeutic. Yeah,
Chakra.
it was
Chakra,
chakra. Yeah,
chakra.
Women are moving
our
mad.
chakra was shaken
Come
today.
on, come on.
Was shook.
No, but
Jay Huss.
I think
today.
we look
Shaking all
forward
your
to having
chakras.
in my opinion, meditation session. I think that.
No, I think it'll be dope, man.
all of us is laying down on your living room floor.
No, if it's, no, real talk though. No, I actually want to put this out. If there's
With
any like,
quinoa.
if there's
I know
any,
someone that can do that.
That's
for
what
us.
I'm gonna, yeah, if
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
any
yeah.
like meditation
do it, let's do it.
expert out there, please, we
Come
want
on,
to do one.
definitely
Yeah,
meditation.
we need that. You know he meditates though.
That's why he don't
He
speak.
don't move. He
That's why
don't
he
speak.
don't
He don't speak.
He
bro.
doesn't speak 'cause he's all-
Jesus, bro.
Cracks
this
a
is-
lot.
But guys,
I wanna
thank
be
you
there,
for
man.
thank you
I
for
wanna be
watching.
there.
Please make sure you subscribe
Please
to our YouTube
Subby.
channel.
reshare it as well, man.
Reshare,
People
like-
need this message. They
Guys,
need
just to
this.
put the thumb up, I see like we get like 3,000 views, and then people are not putting the. Do you not like it? If you don't like it, comment. Tell us what you're not doing. That we're not doing right.
Come on, man.
Please like, subscribe.
I wasn't a Ugandan
share.
accent, by the way, so do your proper accent. You're confusing us. You say you are Ugandan, but you're giving a different accent. Which one is it?
Guys, I'm a refugee. I've lived everywhere. Yeah, my accent goes in and
Yeah.
out. But please follow the Instagram, In My Opinion Podcast UK. The same on Facebook if you lot still use Facebook. On Twitter, it's IMO Pod UK. Catch us on Spotify, Apple
Spotify.
Podcasts. Bruv, the links are there. Please follow us, share. And bruv, that's it.
We're
out.
out. We're
Peace.
out. Peace.
Amen.